Picture this. You've spent hours and hours creating a core lead magnet that isn't converting, or it's converting at a glacial pace. Either way, you can sometimes find yourself stuck at these humps in your email marketing subscriber list. So that could be maybe getting to your first 100, your first 1,000. And then a lot of times I hear from our clients that they feel like they get to a certain number and start to realize that the funnel isn't converting. And so I wanted to dig in and really chat about that today, to really dig in to those different secrets that can help you grow beyond the 100, the 1,000 email subscribers and really entice mountains and mountains of new subscribers to your email list. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I really wanted to dig in to how nailing your core lead magnet can really help you grow your list over and over and over again. Let's jump into it. First up, when it comes to building an email list, the first question that I always ask my clients is, do you know who your ideal client avatar is? One of the main reasons that I see core lead magnets not converting is that they aren't speaking to that one particular ideal client. And I know I've said this once, or I've said it a million times, but it's something that I say all of the time to my clients is that if you're really trying to market to everyone, which I'm telling you, I hear over and over again, my product, my service is perfect for everyone. It's not. You know, when you try to market to everyone, you're essentially marketing to no one. And if you don't know who you're speaking to or the type of client that you're trying to attract to your content, then you're really firing shots in the dark and hoping that maybe something sticks and hits the mark. And I'm guessing that you probably don't need me to tell you that that does not feel good. And it certainly doesn't help your business expand to what you know it could be. So what do? Well, first, let's agree that we're going to stop firing these shots into the dark. And instead, we're going to take the time to figure out who our ideal client is. And your ICA, your ideal client avatar, it's really that archetype of one ideal person who experiences all of these hardships, pains, and problems that only you, your product, your service, your program can guide them to the solution. So before you sit down and start to write or rewrite your core lead magnet, really sit down and ask yourself, what does my ICA need to understand or believe in order to need your paid service, program, product, whatever that is? You really want to create your core lead magnet around that. So I have a lot of great resources on how to really map out your ideal client avatar. And if you're still struggling with that, I'll drop a link in the show notes for you, but you can jump over to jennielyon.com/ICA, and I have a worksheet that will get you on your way. All right, next up is a question I get a lot. What is a core lead magnet, right? So a core lead magnet is something of value that you offer in exchange for someone's email address. And it's something so irresistible that people can't wait to sign up for it. And it's always that first step towards warming your audience up for future sales. So you really want to make sure that your core lead magnet is going to have that wow factor, right? And you want them to really have this like visceral wow effect when they get it. You want your core lead magnet to meet them where they are today and to move them just one step closer to where they want to be. You really want them to think, wow, this is really great, this information. And if she's providing this for free, what must it be like to work for her in a paid capacity? So your core lead magnet can be a quiz, a workbook, a checklist, a blueprint, a video series, whatever you think is going to move your ideal client from where they are today, one step closer to that goal that they're trying to reach. And remember, the core lead magnet, it needs to look amazing too, right? Design really matters here. That's part of what's going to give them that huge wow when they first receive it. And then, of course, they'll dig into the content and see how amazing it is. They'll get a quick win, and they will be really excited to continue to receive more content from you. And they eventually will become a paying customer through your nurturing. And of course, this is an area where a lot of people do have trouble. So if you are struggling with, I don't know what my core lead magnet should be, I don't know what I should pick. If you have questions like that, I also have a workbook that I'll link to. You can grab it at jennielyon.com/lead magnet, but it's a workbook that will walk you through and really get you to the point where you know what your lead magnet should be. Once you have that lead magnet created and designed, you really want to set it up where people can find it. So the low-hanging fruit is always going to be your website. And there are so many other places that you can really promote it through social media, but that website, that's going to be probably where you want to start. So you want to make sure that your lead magnet is not only beautiful on your website, but that it's very clear and transparent. We want people to understand pretty immediately what they're going to receive when they sign up. So I see a lot of lead magnets on websites that simply say, sign up for my newsletter. No, let's not do that. No, that does not work. Instead, you need to try something that's much more enticing and definitely meets them where they're at today. So for example, for what we're talking about today, my core lead magnet could be, how are you finding email subscribers? Grab my free workbook to discover 7 strategies to bring in more leads with the lead magnet you already have. Ding, ding, right? You want the copy and the design of that lead magnet to be above the fold on the website, meaning that when someone types in your email address, they'll immediately see it. It'll be right there above the fold. So you want to make sure that that's where it's at, that it's set up, that you've tested it, it works. When someone puts their email address in, they receive that download. And another little secret here is you don't want to miss the chance to wow them with your thank you page. The thank you page strategy is one that I feel like gets missed over and over again, but it's really that natural step to getting them to move forward to working with you. So even if your thank you page is very simple and it tells them, just to check their inbox, that's great, but make sure that you have a way for them to click a button to get back to your website or click a button to schedule a call with you. We always want people to stay, you want to stay top of mind for them. So getting them to go back to the website, that would be amazing. Or, giving them the opportunity to schedule maybe a consultation with you. Okay, so you start to get the leads coming in, right? So now it's really time to nurture them. So again, this is somewhere where I see a lot of people fall off. They get the lead magnet set up, they get the delivery email set up, someone signs up, they get the download in their inbox, that's it, then crickets. When someone joins your list, you really want to continue to offer them content that's going to extend the value of that freebie that they signed up for through your core lead magnet. This gives them, quick, small wins throughout that nurturing sequence that moves them closer and closer to working with you in a paid capacity. And most people will need time. They do need usually time to get to know you better. They start to like you and the content that you're putting out. They're seeing those quick wins and they start to trust you and think, wow, he or she really knows what they're doing. So this is definitely something that I want to look into further. And that's when you're going to start to see your conversions. And there really is a science and an art to writing nurture sequences that are going to convert. So if that's somewhere where you feel like maybe that's a piece of the puzzle that you're struggling with, then please reach out. I would love to help you with that. That's something that we do all of the time. So another question that I get asked a lot is, okay, great, but how will people find my lead magnet? So now that you know exactly who your ICA is, you've created or you've updated your lead magnet to speak specifically to them. You've designed it beautifully. You've set it up on the website. How are people going to find it? So you, of course, can share it everywhere, right? You could share it in all of your social media platforms, your Instagram stories, TikTok. You could do different types of reels, Facebook Lives. You can even add it into your email signature. There are so many ways to get people's eyes on your lead magnet, and some of them are going to take more time than others, right? So there's a couple of ways that usually when I first launch a lead magnet for someone who's pretty unknown, there's a couple of ways that we'll do that to start getting them leads immediately. So the first one would be to run a paid social media ad campaign. So targeted ads are really going to be one of the quickest ways to grow your email list initially. You can really target in on that ideal client avatar by using the different tools built into our social media platforms. Like Meta, Facebook has their business manager. And while this might not necessarily be the best fit for a lot of people, because I do hear a lot, I don't want to pay for advertising, or I have no idea how to set up or manage ads, that definitely is something to still consider, but just ask for help, right? Reach out to someone like me and my team if you feel like, that's an avenue that you do want to explore, but you just don't have the time, or the energy to learn Facebook ads. And again, you probably shouldn't, because that's not where you should be spending your time. Next up is collaborations. Oh my gosh. So building collaborations with other businesses that are going to expose your business to new audiences and then let those subscribers discover you is an amazing place to start. So the key here is to really find collaboration partners that are complementary to your business, but not competitive. And then once you find those partners, you have your ideal client built into their audience. So you want to look at different ways that you can partner with them. So that could be something like podcasting, right? You could go on and be a guest on their podcast. And if you have a podcast, they could come and be a guest on yours. That's a great way to get in front of an entirely new audience that would definitely be interested in your services and provide great value to that podcaster as well. Another thing that you could do is partner with someone who you could do a series of short videos with. Maybe you highlight tips that would appeal for the industry that you work within and have them post videos on different versions that, again, would be complementary to each other's audiences, but wouldn't compete. It can be a really great way to get a lot of new eyes on your product or service. All right, so here's my weekly challenge for you. So if you haven't already, sit down, download my ICA worksheet. Again, it's at jennylyon.com/ICA, and really make sure that you know exactly who your ideal client is. Nail that down. I'm telling you, it's one of the best things that you can do when it comes to your business and marketing your business. It really starts to take the guesswork out of you trying to find clients. They'll start to be able to find you. Number two, if you have a core lead magnet that just isn't working, or you've never even thought about creating a core lead magnet, I would start next with my free workbook to get you going. It asks a lot of really great questions that are going to help you finalize what lead magnet your ICA cannot pass up. And you can grab that at jennylyon.com/lead magnet. And then once you get everything done, everything set up, you're testing it. If you still need some help or you're not sure, things still aren't converting the way that I would like them to, or hey, you know what? I have some leads coming in, but I'm ready to ramp it up with some marketing. Either way, please reach out. I am always happy to help, answer any questions that you have, and of course can help you grow your email list to that next 100,000, 10,000 and way beyond. All right, so what did we learn today? So your ideal client avatar is that one ideal person who experiences all of the hardships, pains, problems that only you, your product, service, program can fix. So make sure that you're thinking about that on where you're meeting your ICA at today and where you can take them to. Next up is your lead magnet really needs to be something that's so valuable to your ideal audience that they will be happy to give you their email address, but that they're really excited to receive and use. The key with lead magnets is if they don't provide your audience with something they can use today that's going to move them one step further to where they want to be, it's not going to work. It really has to be something that helps them with some sort of quick win. And then next up is you're going to nurture them through that email sequence. And remember, when you're setting up that lead magnet on your website, don't ever just put sign up for my newsletter or sign up for my free download. Make sure that it's very specific in what they should expect and receive. We want them to be so excited before they even give you their email address that it's a no-brainer. And make sure that built within not only that download, but the nurture sequence that follows thereafter, that you're really providing them with value and that you're moving them closer and closer in little itty bitty steps to where they want to be. Because a great lead magnet, when you get it in front of the right people and you use the right tools to market it, it can have an amazing impact on your business. All right, well, that is what I have for you this week. And of course, you guys know that if there's one thing that I absolutely love, it's helping my clients with their marketing. And email marketing, of course, is one of my favorites. It has the highest ROI of all marketing. So it's something that I will ask all of my clients at the very beginning. Tell me about your email list. How many people are on your email list? How are people getting on your email list? So it's something that we help our clients with year after year after year, and it's so much fun to see their list double every year. So we're really happy to help you with whatever part of your email marketing journey that you're on. So of course, always schedule a free call. You can do so at jennielyon.com/chat. And I hope that you found these tips on how to really fine-tune that core lead magnet the entire process so that you can start to get more and more leads into your email list and start to grow your business by leaps and bounds. All right, I will see you next time. Thank you for listening to Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.